Welcome to the Fed Perm Shpiel. I'm your host, Smiley, and I'd like to set a few ground rules for the spiel. Please put yourself on mute if you're not one of the characters in the spiel, and except if you hear something that you want to boo at, because you know it's a Perm tradition to boo at certain points, and it seems appropriate to boo. You can unmute yourself to boo. But other than booing, please keep yourself on mute. If you have questions, maybe we'll answer to the end, but please relax and enjoy the show. Here goes. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the game show, You Bet Your Life. Today, we are surprising a special guest, Queen Esther of Persia. She doesn't know she's about to be on the show. She thinks she's coming into the studio to do Argentinian tango dancing, a secret favorite pastime of hers. She's been to Fed to do it before. Here she comes.
Oh, I'm so excited to start tango dancing. Look, what a crowd we have tonight. I didn't know so many people wanted to learn tango. How wonderful.
Hello, Esther. No, they're not here for tango dancing today. They're here because you bet your life.
I did? Oh no. Is this one of those cheesy game shows from the 1950s? Tell me it's not a cheesy game show from the 1950s. I want to dance tango.
It's a cheesy game show from the 1950s. And I'm your host, Smiley. Queen Esther, today we celebrate you, the modest heroine who saved the day and saved her people.
Well, to tell you the truth, Smiley, if that really is your name, I was really just trying to survive.
See, folks, isn't she modest?
No, seriously, you try surviving when the horrible kitchen staff can't learn to accommodate your dietary needs, and you end up living on a bunch of nuts and berries, never feeling full. Hey, that food looks good. Is it vegetarian?
Now, Esther, I need you to concentrate for a minute. You're about to hear a voice from your past, someone who's here with us tonight. Esther, do you know who this is?
Death to the Jews! Death to the Jews!
Oh.
Is this a joke or something? Obviously, I know who this is. This is the evil Haman.
Oh. It may seem like Haman was just exchanging pleasantries, but the man actually had a plan. Isn't that right, Esther?
Yes, he wanted to kill all the Jews. They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat. I'm starving.
Surely there's more to the story than that. Let's talk about how you got to be Queen of Persia. There was a queen before you, wasn't that right?
Do we really have to go into all of this? Yes, there was Vashti.
You know, I was just hanging in the harem one day when all of a sudden King Ahasuerus summoned me to appear before him. No problems there, but there was one minor detail that was a head scratcher. He wanted me to appear naked in front of everyone. So I said, and I think you will all back me up on this, no way, Jose. Just goes to show the devil's in the details.
That was the end of Vashti's tenure as Queen of Persia. Too bad for Vashti, but it did open up some new possibilities, right, Esther? Do you know who this is?
I found out there was going to be a beauty pageant for King Ahasuerus to pick the next Queen of Persia. Of course, I wanted to enter it myself. But instead, after a lot of thought and considering the possible options, of course, I decided to put forward Esther, my wife, because she's fabulous.
I didn't know you had to consider your options.
And King Ahasuerus chose you, didn't he, Esther?
I barely put any effort into it. Didn't put all on all that perfume and lotion. It gives me a headache. Besides, I didn't want to be queen. I wanted to stay home with Mordechai, my cousin. My father. My husband or something, because he's pretty cool and he certainly doesn't snore in his sleep. I wasn't about to risk finding out differently about someone else.
So, Esther, you became queen of Persia. Was there anything important he didn't know about you?
Well, there are many things you don't know about someone when you first marry them, like that snoring thing, for instance. Men can develop a snore later in life.
Nothing, for instance, having to do with that plan that Haman was developing. What was that plan again, Haman?
Death to the Jews! Death to the Jews!
Oh!
Haman got King Ahasuerus to agree to let him kill all the Jews in the kingdom. I've just got to ask you, Haman, why'd you want to do that?
At first I didn't want to, really. It was more like a vague feeling deep inside. I'm an Amalek, after all, and we're notoriously anti-Semitic. But then Mordechai refused to bow down to me, even though King Ahasuerus said everyone should because I'm prime minister and everything. And that made me so mad. And he's Jewish, so I figured, what the hell?
Thanks for explaining. That makes more sense now.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you for asking. Like, no one ever asked me that. No one ever asked me that before. It makes me feel heard.
Wait a minute. Whose side are you on here? This game is rigged.
Esther, I don't really think it makes more sense. I was being sarcastic. Anyway, you arranged a meeting with King Ahasuerus without him asking you to meet with him. The punishment for that, incidentally, if he doesn't want to see you, is death. How did that feel for you?
How do you think it felt? I was terrified. Honestly, Mordechai put me up to it.
I told her to fast, to make sure she was ready. All the Jews in Shushan fasted too. Fasting is really cleansing.
And what happened, Esther, when you went before King Ahasuerus?
Well, nothing much. Just invited the king and Haman to a little feast because feasting, it's a thing. And also, I had just fasted for 3 days and I was starving.
I don't usually interject. It's people's personal stories and all, but seriously, Esther, isn't that a little anticlimactic? After all, this is you bet your life. Why did you do it? Just to ask the king and Haman to a feast? There's something about this that I'm just not getting.
I had a secret.
What was that, Esther? I didn't quite catch it.
I had a secret! So I was a little nervous about all of this, you see?
I'm intrigued. What's the secret?
What? You haven't figured it out by now? Seriously? I think everyone knows.
No, I don't know. Let's see, audience. Do you know what Esther's secret is?
She's Jewish.
She's Jewish? Really? You mean all this time she was Jewish? Wow, this story is really riveting. I didn't see that coming at all.
Me neither.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. So, Haman, what did you think about Esther's request for a little feast?
I was getting ready with the gallows to hang the Jews.
Boo!
Yeah, but Mordechai was still refusing to bow down to me, and I was so mad. So I decided to ask King Ahasuerus for permission to hang Mordechai on the gallows. But before I could do that, he asked me, what should be done to a person whom the king wants to honor? And I thought it was pretty obvious he wanted to do something to honor me. But I was wrong, and he wanted to honor Mordechai. Why? I couldn't say.
Why did King Ahasuerus want to honor you, Mordechai?
I don't know, maybe because it had something to do with the fact I saved his life. Seriously, Haman, if you thought that honor was going to be for you, maybe you could have come up with something better than being dragged around the city on a horse and having someone proclaim, so this is what's done for a man the king wishes to honor, because that was seriously lame.
The next day was Queen Esther's feast. Tell us, Esther, what happened at that feast?
Well, let's see. I told King Ahasuerus that I was Jewish and that Haman was trying to kill me and my people. And King Ahasuerus said that Haman should be killed on those terrible gallows instead.
Wow, what a turn of events. Folks, this is an amazing story. I hope you're getting all this.
Wait a minute. That reminds me. Haman is dead. Haman, if that's really your name, who the hell are you?
Oh, hi, honey, it's me, King Ahasuerus. The polls say I can't sympathize enough with my subjects, so I'm practicing being someone else for the day, kind of like undercover boss, you know, that kind of thing. Haven't noticed I've said anything in the story even once?
Like I said, even after you get married, you never know your husband.
The end. Happy Purim, everyone.
Happy Purim, everyone.
Happy
Purim. Here's
Purim.
my Purim. Here's my contribution.
What does it say? Purim?
Purim.
Alcohol?